this evening?
First half, I thought we were poor. Passing was poor, decision making was bad. Not tracking runners back. And to concede 2 of the worst goals I've probably ever seen in my career is a bit of an embarrassment, to be fair. Last 10 minutes I thought we started to play a little bit, but still not good enough. The distribution was bad all over. Got them in at half time, told them my disappointment.
Thank you.
And I think second half we played a little bit better for the first 10 minutes, and then we really started to take control of the game. Well, play a little bit better when you make 6 or 7 subs, and that shouldn't be the case really. You shouldn't have to make 6 or 7 subs to start playing football.
No.
So that's the disappointing side of it for me, really.
It was a good goal from Josh.
Yeah, Josh has played up front a few times, I think, in his career. And I said to the keeper coach, I just took Josh up there just to mix it up a little bit, and he took to it well, and he certainly can do a job up there, that's for sure.
Yeah. Bills. What do you think?
Oh, young Reece, yeah. He was at the Wolves goalkeeping academy, Reece was. And he got in touch, he knows H, and I think he's done alright tonight, he wasn't at fault for any of the goals or anything. He's done alright, can improve on his game a little bit, be a little bit more vocal for me than H and that, but he's only a young lad, but I'm sure he'll get better, and I'm sure he's enjoyed tonight, apart from the defeat really.
Yeah. How do you think over the last 2 games you've took control?
Saturday, I think, my thoughts on Saturday were that first half again, we didn't really play well. We got out-fought first half. Didn't win enough second balls for me. Second half, like today, we started to play a little bit better, but lads have got to learn that the season starts in just under 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks' time, whatever it is. And I've told them after the game, there's 16 shirts up for grabs and only 11 starters, and we've got 21, 22 players. So, I can't do it for them, nor can the gaffer, nor can Amo. It's up to them. If they want to be in the squad and play, they've got to start performing, because if they ain't, then we know what the consequences will be.
We seem to pass the ball alright at points, and then we get to the final third, it just seems to break down.
Yeah, we have kept the ball alright in patches tonight, but like I say, it's just a final ball, it's that decision making, and it can look pretty and pass it, but when the final ball into the box is not good, and it gets cut out, and the team counter-attacks on you, and we've got too many bodies forward, then you're going to lose games because you're going to concede goals. So that's something we need to work on a lot, in my opinion. Got to look after the ball up top better. Final ball into the box, got to be better. And we've got to work on that too, to cut out the individual errors that we do.
Good to see Jake Jones back on the pitch.
Yeah, I spoke to Jake in the week. Obviously he's had some trouble with his ankle and that. I think he did it here about a year ago or something like that. And it's good to, well, it's a long time ago, isn't it? And it's good to, he's got 15, 20, 25 minutes into him, and he says he feels alright. So he's just got to build up his fitness and come knocking on the door and producing in training. Like like I said tonight to him in there, every single one of you has got to start producing in training. And to be fair, some of them have. They're all at different fitness levels. Some are ahead of others, some are way behind, and some are in the middle. But they've got to start getting themselves up to shape, because we've got a game Saturday against Kisgrove, which ain't going to be an easy game because we're a decent team, decent outfit. Got the Leek Town game coming up there, they're a good team, and Chase Town. And the gaffers arrange these games against these good teams in step 4 because they know they'll give us a test and that. And tonight Newcastle give us a test, and we just weren't good enough on the night, and that's disappointing for me.
So should be an interesting week against Kisgrove. And
I don't know, we'll see. We're going to train Thursday at the ground, and obviously the gaffer's back on Friday. I'll touch base with him probably tonight and Friday. He'll want to know my opinions, and he'll have his stamp on the game on Saturday, and rightly so. And I tell him, who's been playing well and who hasn't been playing well, you know, he'll sort that out.
Right, cheers, that.
No problem.
Thank you.